Remind me what we shake in the shack? Salad, yo. Shake and Shack salad, don't you mean Lulav and Etrog? Word. Greetings, hero. It is I, your friendly neighborhood rabbi, and today we're going to talk about Lulav and Etrog. Lulav and Etrog comprise the 4 species of plant that we put together and wave all around as a part of our commemoration of Sukkot, the fall harvest festival. Before we get into that, real quick, if you're just finding one of my videos for the first time, you should know that this is part of a 31-day fall Jewish holiday learning challenge. And if you feel in your heart some challenge readiness, click on the first link you see in the show notes below, and you will find out about how to participate in this challenge, how to download a quick start guide to the major Jewish holidays this year with all the dates filled in for you, links to all 31 videos learning about Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and everything in between. But enough about that, more about that later. Let's get into shaking the salad. Haha! What is this produce shaking business I'm talking about? If you take a close look at Leviticus chapter 23, verse 40, where it's talking about the holiday of Sukkot, about this 7-day harvest festival that we have in the Jewish calendar every year, it says, during this holiday you shall bring together 4 things. One is a pre-Eitz Chadar, that is a fruit of a beautiful tree, and for some reason they thought this was a citron, which looks like a lemon that had a baby with a chew toy. It smells good though. When you get it, you should smell it. I think it smells like Fruity Pebbles. That's one. The second thing is a kapot tamarim, or the branch or frond of a palm tree. Also an anaf etz avot, or the bough of a thick tree, usually played by the hadass plant or myrtle. Myrtle. Am I myrtly enough for the Myrtle Club? And finally, the arave nachal, or willow boughs. So you take your palm, your myrtle, and your willow, and you bind them together in kind of a long thing. Separately, you take your etrog or citron, and you put them together, and you shake them in a specified manner, vary slightly by the community that you're doing with this. Ask your rabbi or local religious leader how they do it in your community. But in all cases, you would take this bundle of natural materials, and you shake it in all 6 cardinal directions. That is north, south, east and west, and up and down. The reason we do this is out of recognition for the omnipresence of God, that God is everywhere and we can give thanks in any direction and will be facing God. And you do this ritual all 7 days of Sukkot, starting with the first day in the daytime. You can do this as a part of synagogue services. You could do it in your house. The ideal place would probably be in a sukkah. Those are the little huts or booths that we build to celebrate this holiday. But if you're going to synagogue services for Sukkot, make sure you take your lulav and etrog with you. If you don't have a lulav and etrog, you should get a lulav and etrog. Make sure you make plans about that before the holidays, because you need it for the first day of Sukkot, and places might sell out or need to be ordered way in advance. But if you can't, don't sweat it too much. Just go to a synagogue. Usually they have some that people can use for the purposes of doing this mitzvah. Once again, I won't tell you exactly how to do it because the customs vary by community, but it is a great custom, a weird looking custom, but something we've been doing for a long time. And it really takes the abstract metaphysical nature of these holidays and makes it real and embodied and a physical thing that you could do that touches on your senses. And I think this is why it's many rabbis' favorite holiday, but not just rabbis. If you want to hear more about my and other rabbis' reflection on this, I put a link in the show notes to the podcast episode where we talked about this. If you have any other questions about it, make sure you leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about Sukkot or Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur or anything in this season, make sure you're connected to the 31-day Fall Jewish Holiday Challenge. You can do that by clicking on the first link in the show notes below, or by clicking this festive fall-colored squarish thing in the lower box down there. Looks a little bit like a sukkah. And of course, in the next video, we'll talk about what a sukkah is, when should you build one, and once it's built, what do you do inside? Always a delight to learn with you, hero. And until next time, peace.